Guys, that's the protein to show you 5 more hidden features in iOS 11.2.5 Beta 2 that I found today. First one is pulling to refresh the update tab in the App Store, it jumps instantly now instead of sliding up. So in the App Store when I pull up, weird. I was doing it earlier. Oh yeah, there it goes, see? You see it kind of jumps up instead of slides up. You see that animation difference? It's really weird animation here. So I got my 5S with me to show you the difference. So my 5S here, when I do it, you see it's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to slide up gently like this. But on the iPad, sometimes it'll do this, not always, but like that. It'll jump up like that sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. See the glitch there? So see, it jumps up instantly sometimes. It doesn't do it always, but it does do that. Like that. So really weird little, kind of like a small little glitch. Next one is using when using AirPlay 2, it bounces when you switch between Apple TV and iPad. So when you switch between here, it kind of bounces up a little bit like that. If you look very carefully, watch this piece right here. You see when that goes up to the top, it bounces up and down. It's kind of hard to notice it. Look right here when I tap it. You see kind of this part bounce a little bit. Really interesting little bounce. So next one is turning the iPhone in landscape in Safari will give you the pinch to view all tabs like on iPad. So on the iPad here, when you pinch to zoom, you see here it kind of goes all the way out like this. But on the iPhone here, I got my iPhone 5S right here. So when I turn landscape on my iPhone 5S, then slide out, it'll do the exact same thing. This has been there since iOS 10, but I never mentioned it on the channel before. So on my iOS 10 device here, do the same thing. So when I do that, it does the exact same thing in iOS 10, but I never mentioned it on the channel before. The next one is, there's a new dark shade on delete button on the home screen depending on the wallpaper you have set. So on my iPhone 5S here, on the wallpaper here, when I hover to delete an icon, you see here whenever I move it over the wallpaper, the X turns dark. Right here, look over iTunes, see that? When I move it away from here, it turns light. When I move it over the wallpaper, it turns dark. Really interesting little effect. Only delete button does. See when I move see that little delete button on weather, the X, when I move that away from the picture, put over to the side, it turns light. When I move it over the wallpaper picture, it turns dark. Interesting little change. On iOS 10, it doesn't do that. See, when I move it over iOS 10, it does not have that effect. Really interesting. The next one is, button shapes have not been completely replaced with the underline right here, but it's still there on the keyboard, and the Alt Store still have it. The keyboard, like right here, those still have it. And then same for iTunes. You see the iTunes still have it. This will button shape only appear when you have the button shapes enabled. Same for the App Store. Button shapes it's a button shape. When I turn the button shapes off, it'll have none of it left. So those are 5 hidden features in iOS 11.2.5 Beta 2 that I found today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. See you in the video. Peace.